Hello YouTube, I'm Zach, you're watching Zach DTV. Thanks for stopping into the place for interesting news from around the net. In today's episode, we are going to look at a new achievement for American astronauts. We also have a new phenomenon found in the sky. And we're going to wrap up with a new find for our grandmother in Wales. Remember, if you want news stories like this every day, Monday through Friday, go ahead and click that little link over here or the subscribe box down there. Other than that, let's get into it. Today, Peggy Whitson has become the astronaut from the United States to spend the most time in orbit. She's just passed Jeff Williams' record of 534 days in space. She's going to be adding a couple more days to that too, because she's scheduled to stay on the space station until September of this year. There's also a lot of other firsts that she holds. She was the first female commander of the space station back in 2008. And in this current mission, she's the commander as well. She is the oldest woman to ever go to space. At 56 years old, she celebrated her 57th birthday while in orbit, and she has the most female spacewalks of the whole world with a total of 8. She was in space for 53 hours and 29 minutes. The record for most spacewalks is held by a Russian gentleman. I think it was like 12 spacewalks or something like 80 hours in space. So she has a while to go before she can claim that record too. This morning she received a call from President Trump and his daughter Ivanka, and they congratulated her on being up there for so long and showed a lot of pride in the American Space Agency. Well, congratulations, Peggy. You've done something that a lot of Americans wish they could do, and you've done it for longer than any of us. The next story is about a previously unknown phenomenon that has taken its name from the movie Over the Hedge. This is Steve. Steve is really odd because unlike normal auroras that are caused by excited particles hitting our atmosphere and causing the gases to light up, they don't know what exactly is causing Steve to happen. And yes, they did name it Steve. They found some of Steve's odd characteristics when they decided to fly one of their swarm satellites directly through it. They found that the atmosphere there is traveling at 4 miles per second. And that's compared to the surrounding layer on either side of it is traveling at 32 feet per second. So it's traveling quite a bit faster than the surrounding atmosphere. They also found that the temperature there in Steve is 5,432 degrees hotter than the surrounding air. While not sure what causes it, Professor Donovan, he's from the University of Calgary, has said that now that they know it exists, it's really not that rare of a phenomenon. As they look back through other photos, other satellite imagery and stuff, they're finding a lot more examples of this. They just recently documented it for the first time. But I don't know, I still think Steve isn't a very scientific sounding name for something like that. Next I want to talk about Lesley Smith. She's a 71-year-old grandmother from Gwennyd, Wales. And the other day she was out digging around her garden, looking around, checking out her stone wall, when she noticed something odd in the stone wall. She reached back in and pulled out a hand grenade. This is a World War II hand grenade that has been in her stone wall for at least 70 years now. Well, of course, she's no dummy, so they set it down. She called the police. Police came out, took a look at it. They decided to leave it sit on the stone wall overnight, and the bomb squad came the next morning, picked it up, took it to a local beach, and detonated it. To me, the crazy part here is that some soldier probably stuck that there back in World War II, and it sat there without being discovered for all these years. And with that, I'm going to wrap it up. Remember, if you like what I do, your friends will too. So go ahead and share me on Facebook and Twitter. Put me on MySpace even. Every little bit of exposure helps, right? I do this Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. It is Monday, so I'll be back tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Be safe.